Police do not believe at this stage a third party was involved in the tragic death of a woman and 2 children in a car fire in Coogee on Monday. Major Crime Division Detective Inspector Quentin Flatman confirmed the people found were a woman in her 40s and 2 children, a boy aged 8 and a girl aged 10. It hasn't been ruled out, but it's very unlikely that a third party is involved, Det-Insp, Flatman said. All the information and investigations that we have conducted so far indicates to us it's very unlikely someone else is involved. Sadly, it has the appearance at this point of what it actually is, which is 3 parties have in the rear of a car via fire that has been started by one of those parties. Your cookie settings are preventing this third-party content from displaying. If you'd like to view this content, please adjust your cookie settings. To find out more about how we use cookies, please see our cookie guide. He said the trio were found in the rear seats of the car, a red Honda Jazz. The father of the children had traveled overseas on Sunday evening and was given the heartbreaking news via telephone by a police officer. The relationship between the husband and wife was described as normal, healthy and happy. The family lived in Perth's southern suburbs not far from Coogee. He's quite shocked and is looking for answers himself, Det-Insp, Flatman said. We had some difficulties in contacting him. Camera icon detectives inspect the burnt-out car. Channel 7. If this could get any worse, that poor man will have to remain by himself on a plane, considering and looking for the answers that we hope to provide him. The father of the children is expected to land back in Perth in the next 24 hours. The father had gone to the USA to visit family on a scheduled trip. Det-Insp, Flatman said the father had extended family in the USA, but the family were Australian citizens. Camera icon scorch marks left behind after the burnt-out car was towed away. Sarah Steger, the West Australian. He said it was not until firefighters extinguished the fires that they realised there were bodies in the back of the car. The last confirmed sighting of the mother was in her car around 11 a.m. on Monday in Canning Vale. There was nothing highlighting the car to anyone that caused us any concerns other than normal movements, the senior detective said. Police do not know yet if fire was the sole cause of. Camera icon Major Crime Division Detective Inspector Quentin Flatman. Justin Benson Cooper, the West Australian. But Det-Insp Flatman said there was nothing to indicate any firearms had been involved in the incident, after some locals heard what they thought were gunshot noises around the time of the incident. All of us want answers in respect to this event, and that is going to be the role of the police, is to make sure that we try and find some answers, he said. Any and untimely is tragic, but more so when there is children involved. That is our role. The police at this point is to make sure no stone is left unturned, pursue every investigative avenue that we can to try and find some rationale and reason as to why this has occurred. The burnt-out hatchback was removed from John Graham Reserve in the early hours of Tuesday morning, 12 hours after dozens of homicide detectives and forensics officers descended on the area following the gruesome discovery on Monday afternoon. The team of investigators packed up a short time after the car was towed, despite police previously indicating they could potentially remain at the scene for days. The vehicle was taken for further forensic testing, its removal revealing large black scorch marks that stained the ground underneath, where it had been set alight.